So we have two different models for the Ravin. We have an R9 and an R15. The R9 shoots 390 feet per second and the R15 is 425 feet per second. Both models are almost identical. The only difference is the limbs are just a little bit thicker on the R15. That's it. The dimensions and everything exactly the same, the weight same. So what's unique about this bow is what we call helicoil design. And it's actually where the cables coil up and down the posts of the cam here. What helicoil does, not only does it give us smaller cams, smaller bow, we're getting 340 degrees rotation on the cam. Most crossbows rotate about 240 degrees. So that's why we get a smaller profile. Right now, uncocked, axle to axle, is 10.5 inches. Fully cocked, it's 6 inches wide. But it also gives us the ability to use our track trigger firing system, which this actually slides forward and connects to the dead center of the string every time. One thing from an accuracy standpoint, when you're grabbing a hold of the string, if you grab it the exact same place, your arrow will fly much truer. And that's why we designed it like this. What's unique with this too, that the whole helicoil design, you'll see the string here is not on the rail. So what happens here, we call this our frictionless flight system. The arrow actually, as it sits in our track trigger firing system, which I'll talk about in a minute, once you pull it back, the knock is on the string here, and it sits on the rest up front. So it's literally taking a vertical bow and tipping it sideways. That's why our accuracy with this and our claims of 3-inch groups at 100, that's what we're getting with this. You know, the one thing that we know for sure with this bow is it's capable of shooting 3-inch groups at 100. We're not saying that's the right shot at an animal. It's not maybe the ethical shot, but what this does, it will extend your range. Same thing that vertical bows did the last 15 years. All of a sudden, instead of shooting 14, 15, 20 yards or whatever that was, now people are shooting 30 yards with a compound. This is the same thing. With this design, we've taken the range, an effective, comfortable range of, call it 30, and we're out to 50, 60 yards right now. Very comfortable. We've had many people shoot this that have never shot a crossbow, and they're hitting dots like this at 50 yards almost every time. We're down in Lajitas, Texas, and we're on a big ranch down here where they have a lot of javelina and a lot of feral hogs and a lot of predators. The reason we chose this place, as you can see, is that it's a wide open terrain. There's rivers. There's a lot of places to set up ground blinds and take the shots that are close range or take some longer range shots as well. Given the fact, again, that this is a very accurate crossbow, we do want to test this out and see how accurate it is on long range on some of the predators to see what we can do.